believe everybody has creativity within them?
I think everybody has creativity within them. I think at the most intense level, it is a part of the spirit, and because I believe everyone has a spirit, I believe there's a creativity to that unique spirit that needs to get out. In essence, it's there looking for a way to express itself. And as we go through life, we should find ways to express it. Some people are blessed that they find multiple ways of expressing their spirit. Other people will go their entire life and never feel they're creative because they've never been, nobody's never driven them in that direction. Maybe they've never driven themselves in that direction. Maybe they've never been motivated. Maybe they've never been, someone has blessed them by saying, you do a good job of painting. But I think it's there, and obviously it's at different levels. Some people will be marvelous, beautiful, wonderful painters. Others might be very meek painters. It really doesn't matter though. If you get your creativity out, it will give you meaning. And I think it'll touch someone, and I think that's part of the process of being creative is touching someone with it. That comes back to the sensory stuff too. There's a difference to me in art and design. And don't take this negative if you're an artist, because if you're an artist and a good artist, you are a designer. Art can be something you simply do because it's pretty and it's pleasing. I paint this wall blue because I like blue. Design would say, I'm going to paint this wall blue because of the psychological effects it might have on the participant, or because it catches light or such. With good art, it becomes design in that it has meaning and purpose. Now the meaning and purpose might be to bring joy to the person who sees it, but it will touch them in some way, and it comes back, I think it'll touch their senses. Paint a lemon pie. And you look at the lemon pie and you think, that's a pretty lemon pie. That's art at a very base level. What if it makes you salivate? That's art, that is design. That's that part that all of us have the ability to do. We have the ability to move from very base, simplistic art to design art, which means we touch people with our art. Whatever your art is, and there's so many. I mean, there's no way to describe all the types of art people can express.
Mm-hmm. Do you think there's art in accounting?
In accounting? Oh, I do. I love numbers. Now, this is, we were talking about earlier today, I am this unusual mix of analytical and creative concepts and ideas. I love numbers. I could actually create you a painting here, I think, with numbers. Numbers are wonderful. I can create numbers in my head so quickly. An art that I think I have is I can go look at a car, and before he can figure it out on his computer what the monthly payment would be, I can do it in my head. That's art. That's a way of manipulating those numbers in a very unique way. I don't do it the same way he's doing it. I'll add, 10 plus 8, and then I back off 3 or whatever it is I've got to do to come up with the same number. So I come up with an artistic way to do numbers. I love numbers.
One of the things I know about you is that you're very involved in the Cherokee people.
I am.
And I really did want to approach this with you because there's kind of a, if I'm understanding correctly, a reclaiming, a relearning of the Cherokee language. And I believe you are part of that, correct?
I started, well, actually I'm going to go back to 1964. My father was a minister, a preacher, and he worked at a small church on the Cherokee Indian Reservation. So I have fond memories of going to Cherokee as a young child. When I was getting ready to do my doctoral dissertation, one of the pieces of advice I was given is do something you enjoy doing because you're going to do it the rest of your life. So for some reason, those thoughts of Cherokee came back to me, and my dissertation was on the Eastern Band of the Cherokee, the way they learned, the way they thought, traditional things that they did that now have gone away possibly or are coming back, the powwows, their language, games and activities that they participated in maybe for holistic purposes. So I began to study that, studied that for 4 years, completed a dissertation on it, and now every book I write has a touch of Cherokee in it, I believe, a little piece of that. So Cherokee, some of the good things they're doing now is they have begun to teach the language again. So if you're a child on the Cherokee Indian Reservation in the school system, you have to learn the language, and you actually have to pass a literacy of that language at a certain level to be able to graduate now. Unfortunately, a lot of children don't make it all the way through the 12th grade and graduate, but those who do will understand Cherokee. We had this big span here. You had people over there 70, 80 years old who could speak it, and nobody could speak it. Now you got the older people and this younger generation coming that can speak it. They brought back powwows and dance ceremonies. I just came back this week from a ceremony over there with my students from Omore, and they were teaching traditional dances and traditional rituals that they used to go through and trying to find purpose for it today in 2012. So I believe it's positive. Let me share the positive and negative. You can bring back, if you try to bring back everything from a time period and not place it into your current culture in a meaningful way, sometimes it can actually make you take a step backwards. But if you can bring those things forward and understand and respect language and ritual and how can those things help the Cherokee culture today, whether it's in educational programming for us, a lot of that would be for non-natives to understand about this culture in a more beneficial way. Helps us respect it and helps us also respect other cultures. So I'm glad to see them bringing it back, and I hope it will continue to make that culture grow and expand. And they need that.
Can you say something in Cherokee?
Ski. Which means they don't say goodbye, but it's almost like a see you later type of thing. I'm one of my weaknesses is I've never tried to learn languages and cultures I've studied other than a few general ones. For me, it was almost like, I don't think they accept it this way, almost like being fake, almost like a wannabe. So I don't do it. And really, if you do it, it's me. I choose not to do it because I feel like a wannabe when I'm trying to speak a language that is not my own.
Was that a reflection of a personal choice around commitment?
Explain what you mean by a personal choice around commitment.
What you said, if you're going to do it, do it.
That would be a very good point, because I will say, I'm one of those, my personality is, if I ever decide to do something, I have to do it and I will do it. So part of it could be this thing of it, if I say yes, then I've got to go all the way and I'll have to be a proficient speaker of Cherokee. Very much could be. Maybe I say, I don't have the time to take this on all the way, so therefore I don't take it on. That's a good possibility. Mm-hmm. And probably a good learning aspect for all of us. There's nothing wrong with that. We can take on too many things, but maybe your concept there is to, if that's the reason, maybe to look at that and determine, do I want to overcome that, or is this unacceptable? No, I'm not gonna try to learn this. Because I don't feel I want to commit that heavy at this time.
Right.
Good thought.